Hey everybody, it's Alex Williamson from The Secret History, living in your aquarium. I'm back from FISHTOBERFEST, and it was awesome. It was really fun. I got to speak, that was excellent. Got to hear some other speeches, bits and pieces of them. Was at my booth, sold a bunch of art that was fish related. That was really great, and then I picked up a bunch of killer fish. So let's look at what I picked up at FISHTOBERFEST. Well, that screen didn't turn around for a disordinate amount of time. Look, I left my fish in disarray, essentially. I mean, the fish room is a big mess because I had to unpack all my art stuff out of here and got the new tanks right before we left and yada yada. Don't have to worry about that, just pardon the mess. Water has evaporated in the last 4 days. But in here, as I return, I see happily that these guys have another nest. This is their 4th nest in 2 weeks. And Daddy's tending the flock well. Look, they're actually doing the egg part right now. And Daddy's catching the eggs and putting them back up in the bubble nest as soon as they fall. So watch, he'll grab those ones next. Whenever he sees one that's falling, he'll grab it and put it back up. And then this one's built around a leaf. He's getting smart. So, you guys already know about that fish, though. You guys know about him. He needs a name. So, in this tank, we've got the African barbs, right? The fire barbs. Well, we also have the Nanocara, and they're doing really well. And so, the Nanocara, I got them some friends. I decided the colony should be 6. So we've got more Nanocara. They're a little younger, but they're a little spunkier, and they got more color when they were in the store. They're stressed because they were in the car for 4 hours, and it's real cold outside and all. But, you know, here's one of them. Everybody says, oh, she has a gill injury. She's had that since birth, so, and she's had several groups of babies successfully. So apparently it doesn't bug her, but it does look like it could be painful, that gill. But it's apparently not. It's just the gill operculum or plate is just missing over it. So, other than that, what else do we have? And the camera might fog up, so we might need to take a break at one point and defog. Well, looky here. We've got 8-banded barbs, and then we've also got, these are what I'm really excited about. These are red-tail red-tail lake inlay loaches. And they're not real common in the hobby, but they're extremely peaceful by all reports, and they're supposed to get along well. Now, one has a crooked spine, so I got a deal on 4 of them, but it looks like I have maybe 3 males, 3 males, 1 female, that's the female, no red tail, or that could be the female with the long lateral black line. Not positive on that, but they're all getting around and they're all doing well, so not worried about it yet. Hopefully they can spawn, and I've been told that since they live only in Lake Inlay, they spawn very well in like a biotope tank or a 1 species tank, a species only tank. So the other thing I got was my beloved Valenti or Valenti, whatever you want to call it, I don't know. These chocolate rainbow, chocolate ninja, chocolate whatever Gouramis. I did a video on them, and I really enjoy them. They're a really cool fish, and right now there's CPDs in here, but these guys come from CPD land, and I'm literally going to let them out right now. They've already been acclimating plenty. If anything, the tank's a little warm for what they like. It's probably 82. They probably like it a little cooler. Normally I wouldn't put mixed water in there, but I watched them fill it up and put dechlorinator in it. I had a buddy working there that took care of me, hooked me up. So, yeah, we've got the Gouramis in now. And these guys, when we get the right light on them and when they get settled, they are every color in the world to me. But But there's CPDs in here also, so they're probably gonna, they were hanging out up here and laying eggs and stuff. Now I bet there will be no baby CPDs, and they're gonna make their way down in the world. Moving on down. Looks like all my barbs are doing good. The gold ember barbs seem to be doing good. We treated the planaria with the no planaria stuff from Japan. Seems to have done nothing bad other than kill my moss. Kind of weird. Don't know what's up with that. Also, the half beaks, they're doing well. The cories in this tank are still bizarre. They still hang out right at the top. Ow. He literally just bit my fingernail. Still hang out right at the top and just lay there. And then they eat some few pieces of duckweed, and then they gulp a few bits of air, and then they run as fast as they, or swim as fast as they can to the bottom. So, the other cool fish that we picked up down there that need to color up majorly are these awesome buffalo heads from Lake Victoria. These are the blue lip buffalo head cichlids. And got these right, you know, ironically, I think Lawrence collected these and then brought them to the wet spot. They got bred over the last 2 years, and then these are the babies of the ones he collected and brought to the wet spot that one of the employees bought. So should be, we don't know for sure, probably these two, a male and a female, but we don't know for sure, according to him. I don't know a ton about them yet. I look forward to getting to know more about them, honestly. And then in here, we got a couple more gold half-beak females, just because I wanted to even it out, because we've got only one female and 5 males right now. And even though she has had babies, and the babies are, I did rescue them out of here and they're elsewhere, they definitely, the males are wrestling and fighting for territory. And I think it'll be better if they have some females to distract them just a little bit. Alright, so that's the cool new stuff. Looks like the big male over here is doing good. 4 days without food. Obviously the tank is filthy. They tend to keep this tank real filthy. The way they eat, I would have to clean it all the time, and mow them is not bad, you know. But they tend to eat the moss. They ate all the duckweed, which no complaints there. But it makes for an interesting tank. They're always remodeling and moving rocks and leaves and even stones if they're little. So that's cool. Some of the immersed growth has been doing really well since the room's been so freaking humid. Look at this. We got variegated growth coming out right here and here. Wasn't expecting that. I thought this was a Ludwigia, but apparently this was a Hygrophila polysperma, Snow White. And then over here, the Oxalis, not so much digging that humidity at all. And whereas the Creeping Jenny, oh, it loves it. It's couldn't be happier. It's growing up and over the edges, and so that one's working. What else do we have going on? Other than that, haven't seen the Beta Embolus and the Beta Minima, I think they are. They're both doing good. The guppy tanks are doing good. The Medacas are good. These Medacas are good. And the last thing we're gonna check on is we're gonna check on the babies here, because usually it's very critical to feed your brand new fry, to feed them food, live food and whatnot right away when they're born. But look at this, they're doing great. This is not even a cycled tank. So if you're someone who thought you had to have a super mature tank always to get fish to thrive, these are the baby, mostly the baby paradise fish that we were just looking at their nest at the beginning. And they're all over in the water. There's some that are still, hold on, let's see if we can get this to focus, very small and up top. They're kind of hanging tight to the moss. And then there's others that are down at the bottom. The bigger guys have ventured down deeper. There's still some really teeny guys right here. Let's see if we can focus even. Right there over that stick, you can just see a little dot. Here comes another little dot. And they're venturing out into the open water because there's no predators in this tank. But again, this is just, we got a light sponge filter going for them. It doesn't need one. CPDs don't need one either. But I was getting a protein film because I was feeding them the baby, the fry food from Aquarium Co-op, and it's really high in protein, and so high protein food can sometimes leave a greasy sheen or shimmer. So just decided I didn't like the look of that, and I wanted to be able to look down at the babies. But some of them now are getting to the size, let's zoom in here, where you can actually make out or take a guess at what they will be. You can see their eyes, you can see that they're albino something, and they've got the big disky bulgy eyes at this age. But now they've got their fins too, so you could actually hazard to make a guess. Whereas the younger ones we tossed in after the fact, after that, they're still pretty teeny. Now, also the CPDs should have hatched, so there could be CPD fry mixed in up here also with them, right? Let's see if we can focus it. In this tank somewhere. There's babies that are just not focusing. There's a whole bunch of them right here, but they just don't want to focus. So yeah, that's the update here, and the tank looks good. Looks like it's doing well. The moss will be there to protect them. Once they get to maybe a ½ inch, I'll take these out, and then definitely within the next month, we should be able to differentiate between any celestial pearls and any of these guys, the paradise fish. Now the paradise fish, I don't have much room for, so as soon as they look like paradise fish and they're, you know, say 1 inch long, they're going to back to the pet store most likely. I'll probably keep a group of 4 or 5, but really you only need 2 of those to keep the colony going. It's just I'd like to have a little bit more options with my genetics in the future, because I'm hoping to get a hold of some blue ones. Not the wild blue ones, but the extra blue and teal ones that have been bred over the last 180 years. And match them with these and see if I can get a white and blue albino that I've seen online. I don't know how they make them, but I'm going to attempt it. So that's the scoop, guys. Just thought I'd fill you in. FISHTOBERFEST was awesome. Thank you so much to the the greater Portland area Aquarium Society, to all you guys who are channel members who came and stopped by. Man, over 50 people that are members and subscribers came and chatted with me, talked to me, bought art, bought my coloring book, which isn't even necessarily fish related. There's some fish pictures in it, but it was just a good time, a good way to raise money. So I basically broke even on the trip with the hotel and the gas and all that. So I mean, it's pretty hard to ask for much more than that, honestly. Look at the shrimp, and the CPDs aren't even scared of these guys. That's a good sign. And they're coloring up. Wow, these chocolate gouramis are coloring up as we look. So they're going to be fun. And their mating colors are just literally rainbow. Look it up. Look up, you know, rainbow chocolate gouramis. And the males are insane. The females stay about like this. A little more vivid or bold, but about like that. Also, I'm sure the least killifish have made about 500 more babies, so suppose that's happening. I don't even know if I want to say good. But yeah, so that's what's going on. You know, thank you to my fellow speakers down there. It was really cool to get to speak at an event like that. And also, you know, just thanks for all of you guys for making things lead to the point where I can give a speech, you know, letting me practice, letting me do the research, talk. It felt like I'd given, you know, 600 of these speeches before because of being able to chat with you guys and YouTube and work out the kinks ahead of time as far as what I wanted to cover and what I thought people would like, and it turned out really well. So thank you guys. I really truly appreciate it. I need to get to the dentist again. It feels like I live there now. And then I need to get a haircut according to my wife. We'll see about that. And but yeah, it was a fun weekend hanging out with Bentley Pasco, Lucas Bretz, Jason Blair, Alyssa Bentley, Roland, who's the vice president of GPAS, of course Danny and Kenny Edwards, Ian, Atkins of Atkins Aquatics, Bates and Genetics. Man, we had so many cool people there. So many local YouTubers from the Northwest stopped by and hung out, got some dinner, and some people went collecting. Dan from Dan's Fish was there. He was really kind, really nice guy. So, you know, thank all of you guys, and thanks for making it a cool experience for my first and the first FISHTOBERFEST. It was a good time, so we'll definitely do it next year. That's for certain. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.